Hello and welcome to your practice. My name is Bree, and today I thought I would offer a quick energizing flow just to get the body moving and create some heat and warmth in the body, because today in Buffalo, New York, it is currently 15 degrees out, feels like 2. So I know that my body could really use this practice, and I hope that wherever you may be, you find some benefit in this energizing flow as well. And it's just nice to get the body moving even when we don't have a whole lot of time. And so we will begin at the top of our mats. So finding your mountain pose, firmly rooting down through both feet, maybe lifting the toes up and spreading them wide and laying them back down. Maybe lifting the heels up, finding some length there and laying them back down, and really creating an imprint with both feet. Rolling the shoulders down and back, maybe palms open up forward. Eyes can be open or closed. Soft bend in the knees. Lengthening the tailbone down as the crown of the head reaches up. And just begin to observe. Noticing what's here. And allowing the breath to flow through the body. Taking a moment to just orient ourselves to the present moment. And then if the eyes are closed, you can begin to open them. And we'll move into some heel drops just to let it land in the body and help to regulate our nervous system. So on an inhale, we're going to come up on the balls of the feet, and then exhale, drop the heels. So we're going to do that a few times, inhaling, coming up on the balls of the feet, and then exhale, letting it go, and really feeling the vibration in the body as we let the heels drop. And this can help our body discharge any residual stagnant energy. And so we'll do a few rounds of this before we get into our practice. So on an inhale, coming up onto the balls of the feet, and then exhale, letting yourself drop. Inhale and exhale, letting it go. And maybe as you work through this on an exhale, you can shake out the fingers, shake out the arms, and just releasing anything that you don't need for today's practice. Good. A couple more times here. Good. And we'll move right into it. So shifting our weight into the right foot, begin to draw the left knee up towards the chest, arms go up overhead, one leg mountain. Releasing the shoulders down away from the ears. Maybe finding something in front of you that's not moving to help your balance. And then exhale, place the right hand to the left knee, opening up into a twist. So left arm extends long behind you, maybe gazing back at that thumb, finding steadiness. And then inhale back to one leg mountain. And then exhale, hands to heart center as you cross the ankle over the thigh, coming into standing figure 4. And it can be helpful to press the sternum into the base of the thumbs and the base of the thumbs back into the sternum. Noticing all points of contact here. Really squeezing everything in together. Inhale, come back to one leg mountain. And then exhale, soft bend in that standing leg as you begin to shift yourself forward, coming into airplane. So really reaching with the fingertips out in front of you and finding length in that back leg as it extends back. Steady breath here. And then on your next exhale, begin to slowly release that foot down to the mat, inhaling yourself up to crescent lunge, sinking the hips down. Inhale here. And then exhale, begin to externally rotate the arms and draw the elbows down towards the ribs, finding some opening in the chest. And then release the hands down to frame the foot and step back, downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. On your next inhale, begin to round the back as you roll forward into plank pose. And then begin to bend the knees deeply and press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Gaze up at the hands, jump or step up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips down as you press down and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Begin to put the weight into the left foot. As you inhale, draw the right knee up towards the chest. One leg mountain. Find steadiness. Exhale, release left hand to the knee and extend the right arm behind you. Hand presses into the knee as the knee presses back. Inhale, back to one leg mountain. And then exhale, cross ankle over thigh as you draw hands down to heart center. Finding some opening in the chest. Inhale, one leg mountain. And then exhale, soft bend in the knee as you shift yourself forward, reaching in opposite directions with the hands and the foot. Finding strength in the shakes and the wobbles. And then slowly release that back foot down, coming into crescent lunge. Sinking the hips down, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here. Exhale, cactus the arms down, find some opening in the chest, and then sprinkle the fingers down to frame the foot. Find your way, downward facing dog. One full round of breath here. On your next inhale, begin to round the back and shift yourself forward, plank pose. Start to drip the knees down and then send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Gaze up at the hands, step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a moment here before we move into the next sequence. All right. Inhale, put the weight into the right foot, one leg mountain. Exhale, open up into a twist. Option to stay here or grab for the outside of that foot and extend the leg long. Steady breath here. Inhale, one leg mountain, release the foot. Exhale, standing figure four. Breathing deeply here. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, tip yourself forward into warrior three. And then slowly step that foot back and come into crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, cactus the arms, drawing the elbows down towards the ribs. And then plant the hands to frame the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Full round of breath. On your next inhale, begin to shift yourself forward. Plank pose. Bend the knees and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Gaze up at the hands, either step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Put the weight in the left foot, rise up into one leg mountain. Drawing that right knee up. Exhale, open up into a twist. Right hand to the knee. Option to grab for the outside. Woo. If you fall out, come back in. To grab for the outside of the foot. And noticing the differences on each side. Which side might be a little bit more flexible and which side might be a little bit tighter. And shifting and adapting to what our body needs. Release the foot. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, standing figure four. Inhale, mountain. And exhale, shift yourself forward into airplane. Finding length here. And then releasing that foot back into crescent lunge. Sinking the hips down. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, drawing elbows down. Finding opening in the chest. Releasing the hands down to frame the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale, side out the mouth. Inhale, roll into plank pose. And then exhale, drop the knees fully to the ground. Sink back, child's pose. Taking a couple rounds of breath here. Breathing into the back body. And on your next inhale, rolling yourself up, finding a seat, either on the shins or in cross-leg position. And maybe placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And just begin to notice. Maybe notice what has shifted for you. Noticing the effects of your practice. Just taking some inventory, checking in with the breath, the heartbeat, pulsations in the body. And letting these short practices be a reminder that we don't need a whole lot of time or a full-length class to receive the benefits. And even just a few minutes that we dedicate to ourselves can be very transformative. And those micro moments of making ourselves a priority, to remind ourselves that we matter. So bringing hands to heart center, closing out our practice, bowing the head down. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you received some benefit of this energizing flow. And I look forward to practicing with you again somewhere on your mat. Namaste.